Yo, welcome back to Trader Solution YouTube video. It's your boy KB, aka Uncle Broski. Okay, so yeah, guys, it's a new week. As I'm recording this, it's the 15th of July 2025. Yeah, it's a new week, and we're just gonna recap on our weekly analysis that we had and that we have monitored. Remember, since we have monitored it from this, remember, we had something like this. This was our analysis 2 weeks ago, where it did come out on a 4 hour, data structural this like this. And from this, remember that it sold from NFP. And then again, you know, and it left the selling structure, did it sold up until somewhere like here and went up to come and touch here. It didn't really go down to come here, but it really from here it went up. From here it went up. So what's great is this this part of the analysis this part of the analysis has been like respected, and which make it around 70% of the analysis have been respected by gold. Then on a Friday decided to make an uptrend, break, and go up to touch again this level. Okay, which is the what we see here. Okay, this is which is something like this that we see here, right, guys? Okay, something like this. You can see it was from here. Yeah, it did. Oh, the market was from here. It did come and sweep here, then come up, go up to this level, this for value gap, then fill it down, go down. We had an opportunity here to go down. If you can see, we had an opportunity here for re-entry, and here the market did go up to here, and from here respected this other block, and after respecting this other block, started to pull up again to this level, which makes it that there's also a fair value gap here that is just respected. It closed before it even went higher, which is we want to see where price want to go. So price might want to come back to this level again. You see the price, I want you to notice something. You see this level, how it has been mastered, right? This level. And price went down. And seeing price going back to it, to this level. Think about it again here. This level, this shaded area, here's it. We had a downfall of it. And now price is just respected to go above from there. Now coming to match this level, which is quite possible because of price have to fill up this level. If we zoom, like let's zoom and see here. You can see there's an imbalance and price, and also there's a fair value gap here. You see, there's an imbalance and a fair value gap. So let's take an imbalance as our source of measurement, something like this. So we want to see the potential of price coming to these levels, all right? Uh, uh, I want it to go move. Yeah, this side. I want no, not that one. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, this is what I want. So price has a possibility of coming to this level, which is something that we can give it a different color. Let's make it blue. Yeah, price can come in to this level and come and retest this level before it wanna do something crazy. But it's also, we have also this to get filled, and we also have this other block here to get filled. So we might expect some wicks coming up there, you know, some weeks coming up here. Obviously, guys, we all know that we use trading view, and then most of us we don't pay up their premium because of all you need is the chart to make money. And things like these things are this objective, these tools, they are free also into this free thing of theirs. So that's all you need. You just need charts and how to see levels where price will wanna go to. Okay. So yeah, and okay, I'm also gonna review this what we have, okay. But I just wanted to show you the Gucci, like if we have something like this, think about having something like this. Now we have to have something that viv up to this level, okay, which prices likelihood of going up there, okay. And it also has a likelihood of also continue selling from this level and continue sell to maybe go super up more lower levels, but it's up to them, okay. So we will see how the market really wanna push up, but at this moment we have a biased uh, bullish moment, okay, because of we also need a sweep of this. We just we sweep this, and we want a sweep of this and a sweep of this liquidity that is sitting out here, obviously price trying to reach some other block which is on this level, okay. So yeah, that's what I can emphasize on. So let's see. So this week started on this on this level, right? Monday. Okay. Yeah, this week when we started on this, right? We started with selling, and we sold up, we sold all night up to come to this level. And after touching this level, it was a buy, and the market came back to respect this other block here that we have here. It came back to respect it and continue to push down and swept out this low and broke out this buy side Fivili gap, right? And price came to retest this other block, but still went to come to this other block, right? Then change of character, change of everything. Most of us, we could have been waiting for an entry on this Fivili gap, right? So we could have waited to enter a buy from this, and now seeing price not coming to this level, respecting invasionally this Fivili gap that could be found somewhere here on this candlestick here, which is price rebalancing. Also, this other block, but breaking it and coming to also retest it. Then after retested, pushing to break this equal highs, as you can see, right? After breaking this equal highs, it went to also sweep this relative equal highs. Okay, as you can see, there are relative equal highs here, and price really did to sweep it out there, and after then started to wanna push lower. Get wanna push lower. Price wanted to also push lower to lower levels. Okay, so that's the analysis I have in terms of reviewing the continuous weekly analysis that we have, since we analyzed this market when it was from here. Wait, you know, no, yeah, when it was from here, and we like predicted this move to happen up, but it ended up here, then started to have an uptrend. Okay, it's something that most of us had in Amazon, as you can see, guys. It's like, okay, we were expecting it to at least come to this level, but then unfortunately it came from here, then from here went up, from here went up. So the good part is that we're able to get these moves, and from there, when it changes biased, I think that was the 70% of the weekly analysis we had, which worked for 2 weeks. You know, this analysis worked for 2 weeks. So today we come into closing of this analysis. It's gonna be the closing of it, which the one that I had there. So yeah, we're gonna have now new overlook of biased buy side liquidities and everything like that. So not much of it. Okay. So yeah, now what I have to do also is that we're gonna review the daily strategy, right, guys? We wanna review this the daily strategy that we normally use. Okay, I mean that thing is something that we have to do. Okay, because of, you know, it's like a daily procedure. You know, when something is a daily procedure, like when you used to go to school every day from Monday to Friday, and that's something you do every week, Monday to Friday, Monday. Although it was boring or anything like that, but then you know what? That's something you do every day, and you just commit to that thing. Okay, so we're also gonna review how did it work, and trying to see from Monday how did it work and up until to the thing. So I'm just gonna go to 5 minutes chart, and after coming to 5 minutes chart, I'm gonna go to Monday. Start from Monday. Start from Monday. Oh, let me do this. Let me do this. I've been thinking of doing something quickly. You know, like 2 4 hours. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Let's focus on this three candlestick. The candlestick of 5 9 and 1. I'm gonna annotate them. 1 5 8. Yeah, I want something like this. Something like this. We're gonna find an end, and which is like where we're gonna also find our strategies, right? But I wanna make this something like a red boil. Okay, and that is Friday, right? Let's go to Thursday. Thursday is something like here, somewhere here. This is somewhere like here. We want 5 9 and 1, right? Something like this. Okay, we want something like this. We cover the whole thing there. And we go again to Wednesday. Wednesday. Here's Wednesday. We want 5. We cover from 5, right? From the row 5. 5 9 and 1. Is it? Yes. And we also cover Tuesday. Cover from 5 5 to 1. English stick to we also have to cover that low. You know, important for us to cover that low. Okay, and also again, this is Tuesday, right? Monday. Let's focus on this candlestick. I'll explain it to you after covering them here. Okay, okay. So we are discover. Actually, it's not a discover. It's just making you view this strategy in another concept that you might be familiar with. Okay, like most of the time, these are the times where me I like most of the time I look for trades. You know, these are the sessions, these are the times where I look for trades. See this is I have to catch these trades. Like, and most of the time you see it buys. Most of them they buy, but she had sold, but she had bought. You know, and we can even go to find another ones this side. You know, overlaid the everything. But then yeah, let's just go to 5 minutes chart and go and see what's going on there. Okay. So let's go to Monday. Monday. So here's Monday. Let's notice what do we see here on Monday. And something like this you can see good see like, oh, you can see something like it. We've seen some things you see here. So these are the moves we have to focus on, the structure that we have to focus on Monday. You can see that, okay, when this box started, actually a we had probably the market trying to sweep out this low, right? The market coming to sweep out this low and coming here to sweep it out, right? Sweep this low. Then after struggling to, then pushing up to this really gap, but struggling to sell and literally break out and come and retest like on this one, right? Come and retest on this one, right? Come and retest, right? So let's now make this box some sort of yellow so that we can see them, but that yellow is not effective. Okay, you see, so meaning we end up having like we have to look the opposite direction to see, okay, it was selling all along, but from 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock, let's put our strategy 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Here's it. Okay, obviously we could have expected the market to sell, but unfortunately it broke out. You know, from also this if you look at it even from this perspective, if you look at it into this perspective, check it. So we had something like this, right? Obviously, we can see maybe we could have expected the market to sell between this time, but it broke it. After breaking it, it came to retest it inversely, pushing to another side of the market. After seeing also that price really swept liquidity out here, right? And it also broke out this fair value gap. Okay, and from here, most of the time we expect buys, and the market really buys, but then we were expecting it to eventually like sell to oppose this direction, right? But unfortunately, this day price didn't oppose this direction, and these are one of the days where it didn't do it, but then it did support the buy expectations. So if ever you saw what like, no man, price doesn't want to sell, it keeps on breaking higher highs, so you will focus on retest on break and retest, and after getting this break and retest, you could also have gotten an opportunity somewhere around here, you know break and retest to somewhere around here. Obviously, getting this position, you could have been targeting this high, right? You're gonna be entering this position here to come out here to target this high. Then after that, getting more confirmation, you enter to target this. Obviously, you could have been targeting this highs, but then probably you see it really took up until to the next day, until the market closed on Monday, then opened up. Okay, so these are the like things we should have looked at, but let's focus merely on this one. We merely have this and in opposing direction, right? So focus on this movement, okay? I'm gonna take a snap of it. And guys, always remember that my time it's on New York time. Okay, I'm using UCT minus 4. I'm using UCT minus 4, which is New York. I'm using that, okay, which is New York. Hence my time right now it's 6:20, but in South Africa currently right now it's 20 past 12. Like it's Sunday, 13th 07 2025. It's 20 minutes past 12. So That's the time in South Africa, but in New York, it's currently 20 minutes past 6. Okay, so but I'm using that time zone. So the times that I speak about here, I mark here are the times in New York terms. Okay, but then though in South Africa, just know that 8 o'clock in South Africa is 2 o'clock, and 10 o'clock in South Africa is 4 o'clock. Okay, so the 10 a.m. is 4 p.m. in South Africa. So that's something you can note. Okay, so let's go to another block. Here we find another block. This is our block. So let's find something like this. Always see something that the market always finds something to manipulate. The market always finds something to manipulate, and it's gonna break something and invest something. Okay, so let's have it here also. We can see, Kuti, we have price manipulated this level, manipulated this level, right? Price manipulated this level, and price was already like, when you see here, it broke out there and came to retest this level. But when you see a break of something, could have given you another entry. But let's see our initial strategy. 8 o'clock. Okay, 8 o'clock. 10. So as you could have seen, was okay. The market, it was really selling. 8 o'clock, the market really opposed me and a little bit go to buy, but sweeping out this, but also ended up respecting our expectation between this window time, which is between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Uh, Here's it. We could have getting our sweep out and coming back to also retest this level, get a sweep out. After getting a sweep out, we could have getting a value gap here, which is something like here. If you look at even somewhere like here, this was supposed to be a favor gap that was focused because of it was manipulated. Let's put it something like this. So you see, even like here, something like this. The market right and it was here. Then it tried to push up and show what it broke, right? Then it came to this favor gap to feed it and try to push up again, but then fail. But try to push up. Then from here there was already a favor gap. Then price sold, right? And broke out this level. After breaking out this level, came to hit this and also breaking this low, right? Then try to push up to retest what it broke here. And after retesting it, there was an entry offered. Okay, so let's focus on go to like the retest. When was the retest? Here it was 9:30. You can see the retest was around 9:30. Let's go back to see on our previous one. When was the retest in most particularly? Even here, the retest was 9:30. So here, 9:30, there was a retest. As you can see, 9:30, there was a retest, then to the other direction. Even coming from here, the 9:30, there was a retest, then pushing down. You can see this. Okay, I'm gonna take a snap of this again. Okay, so we go to Wednesday now. We are going to Wednesday, right? Here's Wednesday. So where's. particularly we here we didn't have the market wanted to sweeping some. Okay, we didn't have any sweep, but we could take something like this. Could see it could be a sweep, something like this, right? But let's try to see how well they played. Okay, where's 8 o'clock? Where's 10 o'clock? We have 9:30. Yeah, we always have 9:30. And okay, let's see. Price went up there and had a 50 gap here around 8 o'clock. It bought from 8 o'clock. It didn't sell, but it broke out this, right? It broke out this highs. Then after breaking up this highs, it created a 50 gap right here, right? Let's see. Let's take this 50 gap here. Let's take out also this because of it reacted to the here, you get. So but check out this time. What time is it? 9:30. But 9:30 was here, right? 9:30 was here actually. You get. But then although it was closer to 9:30, it was 9:40. Also, it came back here and it bought, and it did buy for the same for 3 days right in a row. Oh, here it sold on Tuesday. It sold. You get it. But Wednesday, it was gonna be hard to really like spot out this, and it was gonna give some more time. But then, as you can see, you get a retest and always an opposing buy around 9:30. Okay, so we look at this. So let's go on Thursday. Did I snap out this? This do you think? Let me snap out this. Oh, let's go to Thursday. Yes, Thursday. So Thursday seems good to be swept out early out. Okay, so let's find 8 o'clock. Find 10 o'clock. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Okay, the market was buying and it tried to do this, came back out here sharp, then it gave a selling thing here. Hit this. Okay, here the market, as you can see, guys, uh, it probably from 8 o'clock it bought, right? And after buying from 8 o'clock, they and also it was looking to going to also retest this level, okay, this other block. It was coming to retest this other block, and after retesting it, and half past 9, you can see it's here. It retested this other block, then started to buy a little bit to come back and retest this other block. Then around 9:40, it started to also initially sell to seep out this low. Okay, then pre 10 o'clock now started to look out for buy, and it came back to retest this to buy to sweep out here. But after that, started to be slow and coming to this and also trying to buy and sweep out this levels by it buying up until to the next session, trying to sweep out these levels. So which was quite, also it was gonna be difficult to see that, but you can try to see good to like what I'm trying to show you. Okay, let's go on Friday. Oh, Friday, Friday, Friday. Okay, here's Friday. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. So okay, yeah. Here's what we're having right now on a 5 minutes chart. Okay, so around 8 o'clock, the market bought, then tried to sell a little bit, but after pre 10 o'clock, it bought also continued to buy. But then let's see what's like. Okay, what do we have here? Do we get any inversion? Okay, the market broke out here, showing signs that it want to do that to come back. It left a fair value gap here, which was not reached in some extent, but this other block was reached, so we can cover that other block. And after breaking, let's see this retest. What is this retest here? Okay, yeah, we can see from half past here, the market started to uh, buy, right? Retest this broking out, this broke out here. So this broke out here. See, so this broke out. Then a retest from 9:30. Retest to do this. So meaning we must always look out for breakout around this time. Breakout always happen boom around this time. So let's go and see that previous one. When did breakout? Okay, here we had the normal one. We didn't have a breakout. One didn't have a breakout. Let's see here. Okay, the breakout normally happens around 8 o'clock, right? Between 8 o'clock, we should see a breakout of something. That's one thing you must note. Let's go on this one. The breakout happened between 8 o'clock, but half past 9 the returns will happen. So you wait for one anything to be breaking out. Is it? Then because knowing that half past we're waiting for the first. Let's go to see this one again. Breakout always happen around 8 o'clock and something. Waiting for half past 9 to retest. So that's something like that's how like you can try to develop a strategy, and now you give yourself a goal to say go to like, okay, I'm gonna give myself 5 days to try to see this happening in the market, like real market. Meaning you'll wake up from 8 o'clock when it's 2 o'clock, you're in the chart, looking how the market breaking out, and trying to inversion, and 9:30 trying to retest and go into the other direction. Okay, so that's the assignment that I am gonna do, because most of the time it aligns with the strategy, but I'm also like gonna see this concept, how did it work, and we're also gonna review it on our next weekly analysis on the other time. You can see. So yeah, so now that's it, as I've explained for probably for that for this moment. Okay, so we can see, we say around this time, this is where the market actually like to buy. You know, here it sold, unfortunately, but here it bought, but here it bought, but here it bought. So you can see it's like, oh, okay, you know, there's sometimes where you have to like be really, really like favor buys, you know, when the market wanna do something instant, it's like, oh dog, you know, when it's around such time, if I see any buy structure, yeah, I can bet on it. But then, you know, when you see sells, you can like be cautious. But then if it's a strong sell and the market structure allows that, you can go in, you know. I mean, like, this is not nothing like strategy hooping. You can see I'm aligning it with the strategy that I already use. You know, the one that I've started to touch on since from the first video I did. Okay, and here and right now I'm just trying to find another way of explaining it. I'm trying to explain it in another way. You know, like trying to give it a different preview to see it's like, oh, so I mean, you can also go to other weeks, the past weeks and everything, and go and see how other weeks it worked, and go and use it to other weeks. That's something like you can do. Now I did that thing, so you can also do like see it, how it worked on other weeks, so that you can like try to find an understanding within this theory, and from there maybe like 3 weeks or anything like that. Okay, so what I wanted to say is also like over the week I had a chat with my friend where I also like, you know, had a privilege to try to analyze US30. Upon that time we had a chat, and I was trying to see it to come here so that I can get the entry from here to go into the downside. Okay, so this is like the analysis I had probably. As you can see, the market was here. I was expecting it to come to this, the value gap and order block here, which is to come back and buy and try to go up to fill up this, the value gap and some other block here, and tries to fall but not sweep out here and come and go high to fill out this imbalance that is here and this liquidity that is here. Our inversion, remember, when we have a breakout, we're waiting for a retest. So even here we had a breakout to this, and we're waiting for a retest to going down. So this is the analysis that I've been having over for the week. Okay, so with great altitude, I'll go to US30 from the charts right now. Okay, yeah. So this is how it turned out, probably, guys. You know, this is how it turned out. The analysis, if we look at here, the market really did come to this fair value gap, and came to, and when it did that, came back to this fair value gap, touched this fair value gap, came back here, didn't sweep it the way Avi did it, then went up to break here. After breaking, came back to this fair value gap, then trying to push out to this level. Okay, it also left like it also left, here's what it did. Okay, this is what it did, something like this, and came to this fair value gap, went up, and this is what it broke. But it also left something here, you know, in imbalance here. That could be a fair value gap. So I was expecting price to maybe like push up to come here, then sell. But here's it. It wants to sell from here because of there's also some other block here. Okay. So this is how it turned out. So it did probably go there, trigger it there, and come here. As you can see, it's probably a it's a quarter in profit, and since it started, it just went when it re-entered here, just to retest another block here. Our expectation is just to make a 10 exactly from there, but then unfortunately it's just created that. But then yeah, it's in the process of following the analysis. So it's up to us to see what happens up to it over there, the price, and see how price want us to go. Okay. Yeah, I've also what you call this updated to review. It's like okay, remember the analysis we had and everything like that. But either way, let's move on to other analysis. Pretty much the dollar index, while gold is trying to go up, let's try to see. Also, the dollar index have been trying to buy, so we can see it's like okay, the influence is not against the currency, but in some extent, okay, we're waiting for this to come here to maybe to try to sell again, or maybe to try to come and fill this way, okay. But yeah, you can see here price created a buying structure. So you might be cautious that will gold sell or what, but then you can see he's giving some sort of a buy structure, and even gold is also up by 95%, by up to 0.95%, while dollar index is also up by 0.30%. So almost gold is up by 1% and everything like that. Okay. So yeah, going back to gold. So let's see how it does. Okay, so if the market breaks out here, it will want to retest and go up to this level, okay? Or it will like probably maybe wanna go down to come back to this level and try to break. And when it break it, it will retest it going to lower lows. So now we have to see price, but we have this to be swept, we have this to be swept. This is already swept, so we have all this to be swept, and the market has a possibility of coming back to here as it did here and do something like that, like going upwards. Okay, something like this. Something like this. Okay. Okay, so we might have be having something like this to see, when price does its thing, and try to see the progress to see like how does it run, overflow of it, and anything like that. Okay, so yeah, I've snapped that up. So yeah, as you saw, guys, these triangles that I did there, go and review them. Remember, these ones. Where are these ones? I'm gonna just take you up to. Yeah, those other materials, guys. I use them to tutor my learners. Okay, what you see on the other side. So remember this. Remember that 9 o'clock was always. Remember this. We always had a breakout between this time. Between 8 and 9 o'clock, we had between 8 and 9 we had a breakout, and a 9 was a retest for that breakout. Okay, let's move. Let's just keep our narrative like that. Between 9 and everything like that, we had a breakout. 9:30, did perform that. Okay, we had a breakout. 9:30, did retest. We had a breakout. 9:30, did retest. Okay, and yeah, that is it for the remember this: a breakout, retest, breakout, retest, breakout, retest, breakout, retest. you saw that, you saw all that, and get you guys. So yeah, that's it from me giving it all to you, just like that. And hope to see you on to another video. God bless. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And those who have made it up until here, guys, thank you. I appreciate you making it up to this point. But then if no one really made it up to this point, I am gonna review my videos when times have passed by and check myself. So I am gonna get up to this far. So yeah, KB, for you and not for you is that, bro. You're in the right part while you keep on doing right now. So yeah, obviously refining my strategy, always refining it, trying to find an edge and managing and mitigating my risk along the path here, and trying to grow professionally into my trading journey. So yeah, this comes to the end of my YouTube, guys. Please subscribe, like, share, and yeah, if you got any like ideas or anything like that, you can share them on the comment section and everything like that. Okay, so yeah, guys, thank you for having you along the path, along the stream, along the analysis and everything like that. I wish you all the best. Okay, so yeah, goodbye.